Nature, I wish to connect with you to ask you a few questions about my garden. So what are we gonna do today? And why am I filming this? Well, I realized that a lot of people don't know about working with nature intelligences. And I thought, let's just show them. So I'm gonna give you some snapshots, try to give you as much transparency to see what it's like. So what are we doing today? Today, I am just doing some basic gardening things. I'm gonna hopefully build a trellis for some lima beans. Fingers crossed. I have to get a piece of cattle fencing that I gave to somebody. I'm gonna see if I can get it back because they haven't used it for 3 or 4 years and it's just sitting there, excuse me. And then I'm gonna sit down and ask nature what my garden needs next, and I guess we'll see how this goes. So I'm part of a community garden. It's like 2.5 acres. It's like 170 plots, 15 feet by 15 feet. Here's our rose garden. It's some lovely people to take care of. And it's a lovely place right off Hollywood Boulevard. So today, I gave this to one of the garden masters. It's cattle fencing. About, I don't know, like 3-4 years ago. She hasn't used it. So I'm gonna call her up, see if I can use it for a trellis for my lima beans. So fingers crossed. But before I call her, I need to see, this is one of the things about working with nature. It's kind of everything you do, you check, you ask. You know, I get ideas and I run them through nature to make sure, you know, they're in balance and they're what's best for all the plants in the surrounding area. All right, so this is my piece of land here in Hollywood. I gotta check with nature and be like, hey, I had this idea, is this in balance with the garden? It's one way to say it. Nature, I wish to connect with you to ask you a few questions about my garden. So nature, I had the idea to use the cattle fencing, if I can get it, and to make an arch. So yeah, I've done this long enough that I can hear nature's response pretty quickly, and I got a positive response on that. So now he's got to call the garden master and hope we get it. Thank you, nature. So I realized I probably should show you more of this garden. I mean, it's quite big. That's not a good spot. But yeah, they have a whole avocado orchard. It's like 50 avocado trees. It's amazing. It's that loquat tree. Lots of loquats coming up there. There's a guava tree. Personal favorite. Right here. We got it. I forgot it was this big. But let's see, let's make it happen. So we got the trellis in. It looks great. Plants are gonna love that. Now we're gonna ask nature what the garden needs next, and nature always knows what's best. What does the garden need next? All right. So what I'm hearing is to add those tomato plants next Thursday. So, because I didn't say it out loud, but I was also in my mind saying, when. Add those tomato plants and when. So that's exciting. One of the cool things about working with nature is you really tune into the energy of your land. And when you add something new, like this trellis, especially when it's aligned with nature's suggestion, you feel the energy of the plot kind of go do-do-do, like it elevates a little bit. So I always find that validating. So the sun's coming up, it's getting warm, time to go home, get some lunch. Another thing I wanted to add was that how do you know it's nature and not my ego? Is you start seeing the results. You start having those little wins, and that starts to build your trust, to keep listening to that communication, and you kind of discover that level of communication with nature as you just keep moving forward and kind of find what works best for you. And the best thing is to take action. You set up a garden, you want to work with nature, you gotta let nature know what you want to do. You want to do a vegetable garden, an herb garden. So the humans gotta set the direction and the definition and purpose, and then nature will respond as a guide to help you achieve that, but with balance. You'll expand your logic. You'll learn things you never thought you could learn. And it's quite beautiful, and you have great intimate experiences with nature, validating experiences. But the communication is key. And you've got to keep taking actions, even when you're in doubt. Dude, I wanted to give up so many times, but I just kept at it. I had some great support from close friends, and just kept going. And now I have this level of confidence where I feel like I'm gonna start seeing some real magic happening in the garden, and I want to share with you and hopefully inspire you.